careful. Look at that. That is amazing. These colors are through the roof. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps out a lot. Today I'm in Trail County, North Dakota, standing in front of my parents' house. This is the house I grew up in. It was built in 1898 by Hans Erickson and Jorgen Felighty. The Ericksons were the first inhabitants. They homesteaded the land. They came up here in 1878 from St. Ansgar, Iowa, in a covered wagon. They lived in a sod house the first year and then a log cabin until the house was built. Lately we've been doing some remodel work. While I was updating the wiring in the attic, I started finding papers and trinkets left over from the original family. I thought it would make an interesting video, so I'll take the camera and head back up there. Here's the house. It still has most of its original features. It's got the architecture under the eaves, the original windows. Any boards that were rotted were replaced with the correct dimensional lumber. The main part on the left was completed in 1898, and the summer kitchen on the right, I was told, was completed circa 1902. I'll be focusing on the attic and the main part. Oh, here's the attic. As you can see, it's a mess. Our plan is to remove this old insulation, update the wiring, then put some new insulation down and some decking so we can use this as a storage space. This insulation is incredibly soft. This insulation is incredibly soft. Right away here I'm finding pieces, what I believe is a broken Christmas ornament, some kind of Christmas bulb. Looks hand painted, it's glass. This to me is so interesting. I grew up in this house and was always interested in the history of it. This is basically a first-hand account of some of the stuff. Look at that. Inside door set. You know, I believe this is definitely a box that the original lock sets for the house came in. The P&F Corbin, New Britain, Connecticut, USA, 4 finish. It was the Ceylon or Ceylon pattern that's in the house. That is truly amazing. So I'm going to end up putting all this insulation in a bag and hauling it out, but for now, for the video, I'm just going to set it off to the side here and clean it out later. A little button of some sort. Actually got me. Some kind of a pin. Looks like a fairly old piece here. See if I can get some of the insulation out of it. Has some writing. The Wendell Green Makers, Minneapolis, Minnesota. I don't know if you can see that. It's very fine writing in it there, but must have been a story behind why this was saved all these years. Looks like a homemade Valentine box from, it's hard to read. I think it got some water damage over the years. Something land. Look at that. Looks like it's made out of some kind of cardboard. Definitely some kind of Valentine's Day piece. Glad I wore a dust mask. This is brutal. As I mentioned, this cellulose, it's not toxic, but it can't be good to be breathing in all this dust either. We got something here. Could this be some kind of a shirt collar? Now that's got AHE on it. I've done a lot of history on the house. I believe that could be Arthur Hans Erickson. Hans Erickson's the guy who built the house. It was him and Martha that came up here in the covered wagon, and their son was Arthur. I believe all the sons had the middle name of Hans, named after their father. And oh yeah, there's a button loop right there. Yeah, that's an old shirt collar. I'm glad I stopped when I did. When I saw this, it was eating me up, not continuing, but this is some old stuff. And this is looks like some kind of a book page. This has been up here a long time. It looks like maybe some kind of ceiling paper, wallpaper of some sort. Almost like a cloud design. It's got some kind of glitter. I don't see any maker's marks on it, but I think that's an old wallpaper scrap. I'm hoping I'll find some scraps from the hallway. There were some just tiny pieces I found when I was doing some wire work, and I'd like to see what the pattern was, and then have some of it redone. I wonder, so this looks like, I wonder if it was part maybe to an Easter basket or something, maybe the grass from an Easter basket. There's so much stuff in here. There's some old wiring too. I have to be careful. I just found some cloth wiring. Huh. 89 out of every 100 women prefer this shade for their home. Oil opaque. That's got some different colors. Wonder if this could have been some of the old shades that were in the house. That's pretty cool. That's gotta be, I'm guessing 100 years old. Look at that. All the different colors on the bottom right there. I know they chose a lot of greens and ivories in this house. I've seen remnants of the paint. Yeah, it looks like, and I found some old Christmas bulbs. Maybe they put a bunch of like holiday decorations up here. Another Valentine's Day piece. Unfortunately, I don't see any writing that survived on it anyway. What do we have here? Hans Erickson. He's the guy who built the house. Look at that. It's a bunch of old cards or letters of some sort. Now look, this has likely been tied up here for, well, I think he passed in 1932 or 1933. So this must have been tied up since then. What's this say here? Cards. Something. I'll try to get this open. I don't want to damage anything here. Maybe there's a way to untie it. Well, it's the first time this has been untied. Wow. Now what do we have here? Hans Erickson Buxton. Something Duluth. Membership card. Huh. Looks like got a bunch of names on it. 1920. I wonder. Looks like maybe some local towns. There's Erskine. I think that's Minnesota. Wonder what these were membership cards for. Huh. I'll have to I'll set these aside here and do some research on them. No, there is some figures written on this, some math of some sort. They were farmers, so maybe they were calculating crop prices, something along those lines. Another membership card. I'd actually found a few of these when I was initially digging through this. Looks like some more shirt collars. AHE, so yeah, that's gotta be Arthur. As far as I know, he was the only family member with those initials. Gotta be careful. Another Christmas bulb. Let's see here. Yeah, some old cloth wiring. That's kind of sketchy. On a box of some sort. Wish it had some company name stamped on it. Just some cardboard box. That's got to be an old hanger. I'm not sure if I've ever seen one like this before. It's got a strange design to it. I don't know, maybe it's just bent like that. I have no idea. While I was cleaning out some of the insulation, I found this. It says glass, handle with care. This must have been for those broken Christmas bulbs. Someone must not have handled with care. I did manage to uncover another hanger, cloth wire, so I'll be able to get that work done. This is so interesting to me. Just this stuff was up here all those years. Even if some of it's just kind of random junk, it's definitely old. I think that's just some old cardboard, maybe some packing for something. Oh, canning jar lid. So I dig these up all the time and they're just in rough shape. This has got to be an older one though. I'm guessing maybe 1930s. Looks like the Hazel Atlas Glass Company of Wheeling, West Virginia. Atlas. Fit standard mason jars. Atlas Seal All Arc Lid. Huh, never heard of this specific one before. Huh, now what is this? It's metal. I've never seen anything quite like it. Looks rusted. I don't think it's silver, otherwise it would be tarnished. It's heavy though. If anyone knows what this thing is, drop a comment. This thing, this wooden, looks like a broomstick, but I think I know what this is. I think it might have been for a curtain that goes in the double doors downstairs. I saw a mark for it. Still haven't found any wallpaper. For the hallway wallpaper anyway. Some old newspaper scraps. It's like it's actually in Norwegian. I believe the Ericksons came from Norway, so that makes sense. Minneapolis, Minnesota on there. I don't know what that says. What do we have here? No way. I think that's an old Halloween mask. Look at that. This might be homemade out of like a window screen or something. Look at that. That was one of the wildest things I've ever found. Looks like something someone would use like to rob a bank or something. It's just super homemade. St. Paul. The St. Paul Enterprise, 1918. So this is in fairly brittle shape. Kind of title do we have here? World has ended millions, now living will never die. Huh. No address on it that I can see. Oh wow, that's nice. Some kind of a brass piece. I have no idea what this is. Maybe part of a lamp or a lantern. That's old. Some awesome patina. A sewing spool. Belding Brothers and Company. Huh. Yeah, this doesn't have a town on it. I'll have to do some research. And another one. Corticelli warranted. Spool silk. Oh, established 1838. Corticelli Limited. If I'm pronouncing that right. Got some more papers. Gotta be careful. Looks like some cloth, maybe. (1917). For the Courier News. Nonpartisan independent daily. Fargo, North Dakota. Wilson states America's war aims. Wow. So yeah, that's World War I. State of war long exists with Austria. Huh. I'm not sure if I'd ever heard of that newspaper before from Fargo. That's really cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff. A nonpartisan leader. A official paper of the Farmers Nonpartisan Political League of North Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota. Thursday, October 12th, 1916. Well, stuff seems to be getting older. Huh. Where the sky is the limit. Atlas Chalmers farm tractor. There's a few of those old-time tractors left around the area. July 12th, 1917. Crop crisis menaces future farming. War management. Alright, so must be more World War I era papers. The Courier News, Fargo, North Dakota. Huh. Some kind of a comic. Now this cloth I was digging out. More, I think, college papers. What do we have here? Old box that he writing on it. Looks like an old clothing box of some sort. It's got a good amount of water damage on it, looks like. The North Dakota Leader, 1918, Hans Erickson. Huh. Shall the railroads pay their share of taxes? Huh. Seems like times haven't changed much. What do we have here? Old like tights or something? Must be. Huh. Old cloth. What do we have here? Language helps for written English. 4th grade. Webster Publishing Company, St. Louis, Missouri. So it's a clue. It was when one of the Ericksons was in 4th grade. Looks like some kind of a workbook. Avis Erickson. That's the workbook. I think she was born in the 1920s. So 4th grade would put this somewhere in the 1920s or 30s, I suppose. It's kind of cool. I'm amazed at all the papers back here. This one's addressed to Julius Erickson, home and community builder, July 1935. See, Route 1 is the address. I'd really like to find some old pictures. Wow, Merry Christmas. Oh, it's a Christmas box. It's got some, well, very metallic finish. Part of a chair. Old shade roller from the house. Got some more papers down here. Odell's Automobile Guide. I think we found another one of these. E.O. Odell and Company, 72 Fifth Avenue, New York. Huh. Found another bottle in the attic. So I think this is a bulb-necked dandy style liquor flask. It's got the cork still in place when I dig them out of the ground. They're usually not. That's a early machine-made piece. This might actually date before Prohibition, actually. It's machine-made sometime after 1910. Delco Light, a complete electric light and power plant. Bird's eye view of the factory building, Dayton, Ohio. Some of it's kind of stuck together from must be a leak in the roof. Oh, pilot cell. I'd like to get a date on this. Kind of cool. I don't want to destroy it. Another Fargo Daily Courier News. League abandons plan to import organized labor to harvest ND crops. Looks like another probably early 1900s piece. Another liquor flask. 100 proof. Let's see, fall 1915. Bottled fall 1915. I wish the label was still on it. Full half pint. But yeah, it fits right in the date range. Exactly. Actually, a pre-Prohibition flask. Prohibition started in circa 1920. They started making these machine-made circa 1910. That's right in the center. There's all kinds of stuff under here. Must be another World War I newspaper. Carrying food to hungry men in trenches. January 31st, 1917. This could be amazing. I've been finding all kinds of little wallpaper scraps, and may have found a couple full rolls here. No way. Look at that. An original. This is Art Nouveau. This is the original wallpaper for one of the rooms in the house. Look at that glimmer. That's 24 karat gold. This is one of the coolest things I've ever found. Look at that. This may actually be from my bedroom. I think I've seen scraps of that similar color. This is amazing. I'm going to get this reproduced. I'm definitely going to get that reproduced. And we've got another scrap here. Look at that. That is absolutely, that's breathtaking. Look at that color. Look at that maroon and that gold and those flowers. That is elegant. That is as good as it gets. Basically a dream come true. I was hoping to find some wallpaper scraps. I had a hunch there would be something up here. I know it was common for folks to save wallpaper. This would have been the spot. I've got another roll over here I've been saving. Careful. Look at that. That is amazing. These colors are through the roof. I wonder if I can, I don't want to damage it in any way here. Got to be extremely careful. Let's see here. There we go. Look at that. That's a full pattern. That is truly amazing. It's almost painted. I think it's maybe hand stamped painted paper. That is beautiful. That maroon and that gold, that green. I'll definitely be able to get this reproduced. It's rare. Sometimes you'll just have scraps to go off of in these restoration projects. You have an entire roll. That's truly amazing. What else do we have back here? Look, some more newspapers down here. What we got this time? I like when I find the front page papers, but another North Dakota Leader, April 20th, 1918. What John Bear thinks of universal military trading is told in letter. More about Gordon's Anti-Farmer League. Farmers of Grand Forks and Trail Counties pledge support to new daily paper. Huh. Brass curtain rod. All kinds of stuff in here. That's the Blue Eagle is a very real meaning here. NRA members. Huh. Oh wow. Lover's Lane, meet me halfway and be my Valentine. To Avis from Laverne. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. That's an old one. That's got to be, well, Avis, she was born in the 1920s. It's got to be from the 1920s or 30s. Looks like there might have been a piece to it missing. There's a wheel off of I believe that's off of a doll crib. Probably from when Avis was a kid. Caution notice. Oh, no way. Okay, so this is a label for that bottle. Now, this bottle has been filled and stamped under the Provisions Act of Congress, approved March 3rd, 1897, entitled An Act to Allow the Bottling of Distilled Spirits in Bond. Any person who shall refill this bottle for the purpose of containing distilled spirits without removing and destroying the stamp affixed to this bottle, or who shall reuse the stamp affixed to this bottle, will be liable for each such offense to a fine of not less than 100 nor more than $1,000, and to imprisonment for not more than 2 years. Sunnybrook Distilling, Sunnybrook Distillery Company, Distillers, Kentucky. Now I wonder if the front label is here somewhere. So this is really interesting to me because I dig these liquor flasks all the time, and they never have any labels because they've been in the ground. Maybe I've dug one or two that had a preserved label, but it's not often. Papers. Oh, funny graph. Man cutting bushes. Looks like someone must have saved the Sunday. Someone cut out a piece there. Huh. Colored newspaper, Sunday edition. Oh, what do we have here? Something heavy in here. No idea what that is. It looks fairly modern. You know what? Is that part to like a phonograph or something? Maybe. Promissory notes. Must be more college papers. Huh. Maybe a sewing machine, phonograph, something. Probably a little older than I thought at first. King of Quality, manufactured by King Henner's Radio Company under license from A.D. Cardwell Manufacturing Corporation. Oh, part to a radio. There's one of the transistor bulbs. SR and Company, 1125. That must be November 1925. And another piece, King of Quality. Wow, what do we have here? Look at that. Special column journal. Mrs. Clifford Erickson. It's actually in better shape than I thought it would be. It felt like it was stuck to the floor. Oh wow. Expense. Some kind of a ledger. It looks like so Clifford Erickson, Mrs. Clifford Erickson. Clifford was the son of Hans. 1914. You can see up there in the corner. Just a ledger from 1914. That was really cool. I wonder if there's anything else down here. I wasn't really cleaning out these spots because didn't really need to update the wiring, but there's more stuff down here. I'll definitely start cleaning them up. A little box of some sort. Huh. A lot of the stuff down there has some water damage, I suppose, from being into the eaves. Another piece to the radio. I was clearing out some insulation and felt a few things in here. Saw this can, it looks like. That's old. I don't know how old. It's got a wooden band on it. It looks like tin. Kind of reminds me of like one of those boxes you get like, or containers you get like popcorn in around the holidays, but could it be an old hat box? I don't see any company advertised on it. Almost looks like a gift style texture on it. If anyone knows, drop a comment. Another mask. Huh. Got some cloth. Also, I don't know if that's part of it. I don't want to pull on it and damage anything. Looks like that'd be a mustache and a beard. Wonder if this was for a play. Looks like something you'd see in like a, yeah, maybe like a school play or something along those lines. You can see the eye painted there. Wonder if these are homemade or if they were ordered in. It has definitely a mustache and a beard. I guess it could be a Halloween mask as well. Looks like a crate of some sort, and got some papers. Katie's Letter, composed for the pianoforte by Lady Dufferin. I'm guessing it's just a page out of a book. Journal of the House by Dakota Made Flower. Monday, January 23rd, 1939. So, fun fact, William Langer, Governor William Langer, is said to have hidden out in this house. The family was into politics for a while, I guess. I believe this is some kind of a politician type print. All right. Here we go. There we go. Looks like old photograph, some boy. I don't know if it's one of the Erickson boys or not. Looks like it was taken out of a photo album. Definitely a late 1800s, early 1900s picture. Merry Christmas, with remembrances of many a Christmas past, with greetings for the Christmas now here, and a wish for many a Christmas to come. From Hammers, I couldn't say for sure. Old Christmas card. What do we have here? Keen cutter, tools, cutlery, builders, hardware, stoves, enamelware, aluminumware. Oh wow, Knutsvig and Askjem, Buxton, North Dakota. That's wild. My last name is Askjem, so that's something. Must have been wrapped. This must have been wrapping for some product. That is really cool. Now, this box. Nothing in it, but it says Snowboy. Guessing these were fruits of some sort, maybe popsicles. Let's see, shipped by General Fruit Distributors, Home Office, Seattle, USA. This is a fairly old crate. Could be 1963. I have no idea. It's way out of my field of knowledge, I guess you could say. But it's kind of cool. I saw some more stuff under here. Murex Music Reference Book. The Murex Company, New York City. I was really hoping this was going to be an old comic book. Hoping to get a date. 10 cents a copy. Let's see, any clues? The Murex Company. Probably have to do a little research on this one. Yeah, I don't see any dates on it. Usually they're at the front page. Huh. Maybe it's not copyrighted. Usually there's a copyright date. It looks like some kind of cloth here. Got all kinds of stuff here. Merchants National Bank of Crookston, Minnesota. The Crook. Crookston, Minnesota, February 1912. Huh. Glass color rush. Huh. Kind of cool. I think it's intact. There's all kinds of stuff under here. It's a pile of papers. Looks like some more music, sheet music. Buxton, North Dakota. Say July 24. I guess that would fit the era. Some more sheet music. What else do we have here? Looks like a list of some sort. Maybe some math. We stand for peace while others war. Let's see, Will Rossiter, 136 West Lake Street, Chicago. I don't know, I guess an advertisement. And maybe some more sheet music. One Wonderful Night. This is very brittle paper. There's some sheet music. I don't want to damage it, so set it off to the side. I'm really curious as to what this is. Here we go. Looks like it's an old coat. Or a shawl or something. It's a it must be a shawl someone wears over, right? Some buttonholes. Yeah, that's all I can imagine. Some kind of old shawl. I don't see any maker's mark on it. It's old though. Huh. Can't say for sure. Stuff's frozen. It's very cold up here, by the way. Alright, more sheet music. Looks like it's written in Norwegian. Add another page. Huh. That's it for this section. I'll have to get this cleaned out. I decided to stop for the day. You can see we've made a lot of progress. Got all the insulation out from that studding. This was truly amazing. These wallpaper rolls are beautiful. Definitely going to have these reproduced. Those masks, I concluded, were from an Oddfellows ceremony. Got those holiday cards. That maroon wallpaper scrap's beautiful. North Dakota Leader newspapers. Adele's Automobile Guide. Got that shawl. That day book. And those liquor flasks. Note, this is an ongoing project, and we've got a long way to go. I'll get this stuff cleaned up,